Hello, just waiting for it to be 12:30 before I start. Maybe in another 1 minute I will start. First of all, happy Sunday. I hope you had a very, very wonderful service. For my church, we are learning this month about financial literacy and just basically knowledge and insights about planning financially. The theme for this month is where is the money? So it's been very insightful. So yeah, let's just get right into it because I have to go back into church for a meeting. Sundays and meetings and church is like. So today is day 14 of the week. If you're just joining or this is the first time you're coming across this video, this is a devotional based off of the book of Esther for young professionals, whether they're in career or business, and it's a 31-day devotional. So this is day 14. Day 14 is titled "The Times Your Achievement Will Not Matter," and our Bible reading is taken from the major verses is taken from Esther chapter 5, verse 7 to 10, I believe. Verses 6 to 10, I believe. Esther chapter 5. No, sorry. Esther chapter 5, 14 to 17. My apologies. So Esther chapter 5, 14 to 17. In that part of the Bible passage, we see that Haman had what's the word now? Haman was coming out of the palace, and then he sees Mordecai at the gates, and Mordecai is like, Mordecai doesn't greet him. Mordecai is oblivious to him. Every other person bows and genuflects and whatever. And so Haman is very, very upset, and he goes home and he starts bragging that, oh, see how he was promoted in good time. He was promoted above everybody else. He has this son, he has this achievements, has accomplishments, and who is Mordecai to think that he can just not acknowledge him? And one of his friends now says that I should ask the king to set up a pole upon which Mordecai will be impaled. And so really the lesson, and if you think about the topic today, is when the times the achievements will not matter. You're going to meet people that will feel like you're not all that. That's life. You understand? People, you know who you are, everybody knows, who you are. Everybody knows about your accomplishments and achievements, but you meet people that don't really care. It reminds me of the time that I went to the missions field. I was with some missionaries, and at that time, all my accomplishments and everything to people that we were with, what did you mean that, oh, I was a lawyer, top tier law firm, this and this, advised on these deals, advised on those deals. It didn't really mean anything at that point in time, but I knew that wasn't what I was there for. You see, that wasn't what was going to appeal to those people. There was no reason for me to be upset, but there was also no reason for me to think that all my achievements and accomplishments didn't mean anything at that point in time. It's just that to them, there were bigger fishes to fry. It didn't make me less of a person. So there'll be times when your achievements will not matter. Seriously, that's just the truth. That's how the world is. There's a time when people said, oh yeah, young, what are you thinking about now? If you are 30 and you've not done something, people say you are 30, you've not done some things. So you see, that's why you see young people they're 18, they're 20, they are saying they've not figured out their lives. In my mind, I'm like, can you just relax? It's because you're thinking of 30 and that 30 Forbes. That's why you think that you have to be something by 30. But if you think about it, maybe a lot of people, actually the average age for maybe successful entrepreneurs is way above 40 or sometime like 50. So where do we get this mentality that some things must happen by 30? So if you're that kind of a person where you feel like, oh, I did something by 30, when they set the standard and they say no, maybe Forbes says it's no longer 30 under 30, it's now 20 under 20. Will your achievements by 30 mean nothing because of that? And similarly to, I remember when I think I saw a list of like maybe self-made millionaires or something like that. And in my mind, I'm like, so now we are distinguishing between people that have money and people that quote self-made. Is the money not the money? Like, oh, this person is well, this person has a thriving business. Doesn't matter that they are self-made, but that's another list. So just imagine if maybe you're relying on your family's wealth and all that, and the next thing that you can see is that somebody says, oh, there's a self-made list. If you don't make that list, you'll be angry. You think that you've not done anything in your life. So, I mean, we need to put this thing in perspective, right? There'll be times when when you stand beside some people, your accomplishments will mean nothing. It won't mean anything. And the most important thing will be, what will be your reaction? What will be your valuation of yourself at that point in time? Would you think you're less because you didn't achieve that much? So pray. Thank God for the titles that you've had. thank God for the accomplishments as well that you've also had. You know, it's not easy. All the titles, all the recognitions, all the honors and awards. We also thank God for all the accomplishments that have been conferred on you. All the awards and records you set. You know, maybe like most valuable employee, etc., etc. Then there are two declarations into this prayer. First, I want you to declare that you live and move and have your being in God. That's very important, because the only thing that won't fade away is God. But you see, titles and accomplishments, they will fade. Achievements, all those things, they will fade. That's just the truth. So declare that I live and move and I have my being in my Father in heaven. And also declare that God is my glory and the lifter of my head. Hi, Dari. Declare that God is my glory and the lifter of my head. If God is really your glory and lifter of your head, when you read out your bio and nobody's excited, it doesn't really mean anything, because you know that God is your glory and the lifter of your head, not what Forbes says, not what is on one list or the other. I don't know if that makes sense. So, but there's normally, I don't talk about the like to do, but I think there's one thing I want you to do is to make a list of your accomplishments, awards and everything. It's very good for your CV to have a section in your CV, and it's also good for documentary purposes, so that you have bragging rights. I remember somebody saying something like, when things get tough, you can look back and say, I haven't done, maybe things may not be making sense, and remember, I haven't done badly. You also always remind yourself that, you know, things, you are all that. So have a list, make sure you include this in your CV. So that brings us to the end of today's devotion. It's going to be very short, because I have to like be back in church. But just thank God for. That brings us to the end of the devotion. I hope you had a very good time. See you tomorrow by 12:30. Make sure you tell a friend to join. And then I'm going to save this reel as well. So if you missed it, you can just start from the beginning. God bless you. See you tomorrow. By God's grace. Bye.